Two former Vanderbilt University football players have been found guilty of raping an unconscious 21-year-old woman in a dormitory. Corey Beatty and Brandon Vandenberg, Corey there on the right, Brandon there on the left, they violated the victim in multiple and really unspeakable ways about a year and a half ago. The victim was on a date with Vandenberg before the rape occurred, and during the trial she testified about how Vandenberg explained to her the next day what had happened. Listen.
He told me that I had gotten sick in his room and he had to clean it up and that it was horrible and that he had to spend the whole night taking care of me and that it was horrible.
Okay.
I apologized. I was embarrassed.
She apologized to him and then later found out what he and his friend had done to her, at least as the jury found it. The victim cried yesterday when the guilty verdicts were read in court. She was holding back tears as well. She released a statement thanking investigators and rape advocates, adding this, quote, "Finally, I want to remind other victims of sexual violence, you are not alone, you are not to blame." Joining me now to talk about this is HLN's Nancy Grace. Nancy, you know, first I want to recognize the victim here because she was amazing sitting through every day of court and speaking out and trying to make something good come out of what happened here. But this was really, even after she had no idea what had happened, there was such a strong case for the prosecution because there was video.
Yes, there was video. I want to address something that you mentioned. You said that the crimes on her were unspeakable. And you know what? As long as we don't talk about what happens to rape victims, they live in a shadow of feeling that it was their fault, that somehow they were responsible. I will speak it. I will tell the truth. And the truth is, according to a jury, that this man, Brandon Vandenberg, her boyfriend, and 3 of his friends, not just a friend, 3 other men, raped her. They sodomized her with their bodies and with a water bottle. They took close-up photos of her intimate body parts and videoed it and laughed and made fun of it and then actually sent the pictures and the video that you're correctly referring to their friends. Their defense at trial was that he was too drunk to remember what happened, but he wasn't too drunk to send the pictures to his friends, nor were they too drunk to meet the next morning at a chicken place and try to figure out how they could cover up their crimes and get out of it and destroy evidence.
That was really the thing to me, Nancy, was that, and I'm glad that you brought up what happened. You know, we shouldn't say it's unspeakable. I agree with you because you need to know what happened to this young woman and what she's gone through. But what really got me was the fact, just like with you, that one of these defendants, and we should say the other 2 young men are still awaiting trial. So these were the 2 who have been are awaiting sentencing.
And I've been wondering about that. I wondered why they didn't. I would put them all in the same pot together and let them stew.
Yeah.
Try them together. I'm sure there's a reason they severed the other 2. My guess is that these 2 cases were stronger, and you want to lead with your strongest cases. So I'm just guessing that's why they did it. And when I say you've got to say it, I remember the first time I tried a rape case and prosecuted, I could hardly say these things in front of the jury. But you have to make yourself say them, just like she had to go to court and tell the truth.
Yeah, and it did get me that days after, not even just the next morning, there were texts that were being sent where it seemed like these defendants were very clearly cognizant of what had happened, and then they would say, oh, you know, we forgot that. But so you had Beatty, who is, I guess I could say the main perpetrator here. He's he took the stand during the trial, and it was Vandenberg who was on a date with the young woman.
The boyfriend.
And yes, and he perhaps didn't participate as much as has been. I don't mean to say that. I mean he was egging on.
Let's just pretend
let's talk about
you and I rob a bank, all right? And you go in and get crazy and shoot somebody.
this is what I
meant
want
for
to
the
ask you
shooting
about.
too. It's one for all and all for one. And when
Well,
you
does
think
this-
Brandenburg didn't actually physically rape her, I hear what you're saying. He's the one that handed his own girlfriend over to these other 3 guys on a silver platter. He's the one that was videoing it and laughing and instructing them what to do.
Yeah.
The fact is, he said he had used drugs and he could not get an erection. All right, he had to turn on porn there at the time to try to get an erection. All right, so you know he may not have physically raped her, but he was part of the plan. He was responsible for the plan, and he aided and abetted the attack on this woman.